Hello everyone, my name is Philip. I am the editor of the Bun Squad, and I have a little update video for you all on behalf of Zen. Yeah, we've been on a little bit of a break, haven't we? First of all, I just want to apologize that this 1 year anniversary that me and Zen have been planning has been delayed so much, especially because it is the 1 year anniversary that was supposed to be released back at the end of November, and we're only now getting around to making it, so that's already dated the video. It was actually a big worry of mine going into both Zenoween and the 1 year anniversary that we were going to have it, that we were going to have these both be delayed. And luckily, with Zenoween, we had it come out on time. However, with the 1 year anniversary, it unfortunately ended up being delayed. So, what happened there? Well, where do we want to start? Well, I guess the proper way to start is to go back around the middle of 2020, around July or August. Essentially from this point, we really started, buckling down on the Bun Squad and started getting, video put out, we started putting out video after video after video after video. So, yeah, that definitely took a toll on both me and Zen. And because Zen gets all these videos scripted, as well as, she has to watch/play all the things she reviews. And then she has to, script the videos, record them, and it usually takes, four different four different recording sessions to record the audio for each individual review. By the way, as you can tell, this is completely unscripted, so apologies for that. And then she sends it over to her audio editor, whether it be Nick or Shannon, and then that gets brought over to me. And we really wanted to stay on schedule because, as I mentioned, Zenoween is a very, Halloween-oriented, month, review-based month, month-based. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Essentially, because of Zenoween, we really want to get out, these videos on time so that everything would be all orderly and neat for Zenoween to come out. And Zenoween did end up coming out, just perfectly on time. But essentially, with how fast we were putting out videos, both me and Zen both needed a break. And essentially, what we had decided upon was that Zen was going to take a break after we were both going to take a break after our work on this current story arc of the Bun Squad was over. So once Zen had gotten her, the plan anyway was that once Zen had gotten all her work for this arc done by the middle of November, she would take a month break, and then once I was done, basically working on these videos and releasing them to y'all, then I would take a break for a month before I got started on the next arc for the Bun Squad. Unfortunately, well, I guess unfortunately for me, because Zen did manage, luckily, to, get everything done and, take her month-long break. But for me, anyway, things were not so simple. Essentially, after the Humongous Entertainment video, I really had to buckle down and shift focus to school. Essentially, I couldn't put as much focus as I could on these videos, and I had to get school done. Essentially, school was supposed to be finished in November, but the thing is, everything had to be pushed back because of the pandemic, and Melbourne was in a 3.5 month long lockdown, and once we had gotten out of it, we could finally finish up all the practical assessments that we needed to do for our course. But unfortunately, what this meant was that there was a very strict deadline for both the teachers and the students going into December. Basically, by a certain day in December, we needed to have everything done for this course. The course, by the way, is a diploma for screen and media, just in case you were curious. So I had to do a short film, which I had, of course, already written and stuff. That shit had already been planned out ahead of time. I just needed to go in and shoot the short film with my crew and my cast. But within the span of only a week and a half, I had to not only do my short film, but also the final short film in my group, because essentially we all help each other. We get split up into groups and we all help each other with our short films. And so I had to do my short film, the final short film in our group, on top of a VFX assessment that we had to go in for, and 10 online written assessments, or just assessments done online that had to be submitted within a week and a half. That week, like after I had done my short film, because the short film was very fun, it was very, I think it went, really well. It was only a 2-day shoot, so that I think went all fine. But the week, the following week after that, was one of the most stressful weeks I have ever gone through in my life. I think honestly, it is the most stressful week I've ever gone through in my life. I hated it. Essentially, I absolutely hated it, and it was both very stressful, and it was soul draining, and it was honestly, like, it deflated me so much. It was a motivation killer. And by the time it was the Wednesday, because we had to get everything done on a Wednesday, and by the end of that Wednesday, once I had submitted everything for that course, I was done for a while. I was like, okay, I'm taking my break now because I fucking need it. I absolutely need it at this point. And at a certain point, finally I was done. And, I just decided to take, the next month off just to cool down, just to cool my jets. And, because I had been working on both school and for videos for Zen for a while, this past month, honestly, has just been, I've just been able to spend a large amount of time just on other stuff that I haven't been able to spend on for a long portion of time, for a long period of time. I've actually been able to do stuff with my friends. I'm now a part of 3 D&D campaigns, which is insane, but you guys aren't here to listen about my troubles. But if you are, then thank you. So essentially, school was done, and I thought that at this point, everything was going to be smooth sailing. I could come back at the start of January and continue where we left off. And the plan was for January 4th to get things back on track and to release the 1-year anniversary. And then my fucking PC started crapping out on me. Well, okay, let's be more specific with this. My PC wasn't crapping out on me. My PC, in all things considered, is perfectly fine. I've only had this PC for about 2.5 years, and it is absolutely phenomenal. I love my PC. But something was going wrong with it, and it had been going on since the start of November. I am so lucky that this issue wasn't prevalent while I had to get everything done for my school. Otherwise, my stress levels would be like fucking through the roof, I swear to God. But essentially, my PC was having this issue where, for whatever reason, it just wasn't turning on. I would click the button and it would flicker for a second and then just not turn on. The weird part is that a lot of the time we would actually be able to get the PC up and running if we turn the switch at the back, turn that back on, and waited a while, and then the PC would suddenly start working again. But come late December, for whatever reason, this wasn't working, and for a good 2 weeks, the PC just wouldn't turn on no matter what we did. So my brother and my dad took it apart, were seeing what was wrong with it. They thought it was the motherboard, so they took it in to a technician, and turns out it wasn't the motherboard, but as it turns out, it was the power supply. The power supply was not dead, but the power running through it wasn't sufficient enough to keep turning the PC on again and again and again. And essentially, because I'd kept the PC on, relatively for all of that week, once I had to get everything done for school, my thought in my head is that it kind of drained the power to a certain point to where the PC just wouldn't turn on anymore. That's my opinion, but who knows? That might be wrong, might be fault. It might be right or wrong, because the thing is, we were able to get the PC up and running several times over the course of those, of that month and a half, and then just it wouldn't start again after I had kept it on for a week. So that's just what I think finally did it in. but we swapped out the power supply, and it works like a charm now, which is great because I love this PC. And now, finally, a month and a half after the anniversary, I'm ready to start working on this goddamn anniversary video. And hey, over on Zen's side, she's, been trying to get ready for the next arc, but she herself has been having issues of her own. She had begun unpacking everything. It took ages for her to get all her stuff back, but she finally has all her stuff back, and she's been unpacking, and then she needed to replace her carpet due to her cats, let's just say, doing some accidents on the carpet. Let's put it like that. But yeah, once again, I just want to apologize for the delay on this 1 year anniversary. It's largely came down to my side of things, and I hate that. I really hate that. I hate stalling things for Zen. And Zen's throughout this entire thing has said, it's okay, you've needed the break anyway. But even still, I've just hated having to put it off, especially with a big video like the 1 year anniversary. And also, the 1 year anniversary is a two-parter. And the whole reason why it's a two-parter was because the video was so long. And initially I told Zen, let's just have the video be this long. Let's just have the video come out this long because, hey, let's just stop having two-parters in general. If the video ends up being 2 hours, then it's a 2-hour video. So what? And we were going to release the video as this big 1.5 to 2 hour long video. But then as the months kept coming closer, and I think what the straw that broke the camel's back was the fact that we moved the Assassination Classroom from September to November. And because of that, I just told Zen, yeah, to make sure it comes out on the anniversary, let's just split it into 2 parts, and we'll have part 1 come out on the anniversary, and then part 2 come out in December. Of course, it had to be delayed anyway, so now it's a 2-parter for basically no reason. But whatever, so, and we can't change it now because of the whole, countdown we've been doing at the videos, and we'd be completely thrown off. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? But essentially, we're gonna get back to work, and I'm not gonna tell you too much of the videos coming up because I actually have a much bigger update video planned for once we are done with the current story arc, which, for those who are unaware, it's called the Looming Terror arc. I'm sure you can probably piece together why we have decided to call the arc that. And then coming up in February is going to be the start of the next arc. And we have a ton planned. We have a ton planned for this next arc. And all of those plans will be revealed in the next update video after this current arc is finished. But for the time being, here are the dates to look forward to. Part 1 of the anniversary video, which, in case you didn't know, is a collab between me and Zen on Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I've been putting the picture up on screen, so you would have likely picked up on it by now. I don't know why I said in case you didn't know, but whatever. It's hot and I'm feeling dumb and tired, so let's just finish this fucking video. But yeah, part 1 of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the collab between me and Zen, the 1 year anniversary, that will be coming out on the 18th of January. That is the current set date for this video, the 18th of January. And part 2 is going to be coming out a week later, much like with Kamen Rider Double. So look forward to part 2 on the 25th of January. And then after that, the final video of the arc is going to be a Zen anime episode on Blood Blockade Battlefront. And that'll be out on the 5th of February. Hopefully, that's the current pending date we have for that, but that is the plan. Part 1 of Scott Pilgrim on the 18th, Part 2 of Scott Pilgrim on the 25th, and then Blood Blockade Battlefront coming out on the 5th of February. So, yeah, that's the current plan. We have a ton more plans for after that, but like I said, we'll reveal all those after Blood Blockade Battlefront. And yeah, that's all I have to say with this update video. I hope you all look forward to those 3 videos. It's good to be back to doing this. Yeah, let's kick 2020 to the curb and embrace 2021. Because, yeah, this year, at least for the Bun Squad, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really, really good. And we can't wait to share what we have planned with all of you. So, yep. With that being said, guys, I'm Philip. Zen will catch you in all of these upcoming videos, and I will see you in the Scott Pilgrim review. See you later, everyone.